Welcome back, and let's look at now our lesson. So let's look at the concept map of our lesson today, integers. We are going to start with calculations with integers. The first part that we are going to start with is multiplication of two positive numbers or two negative numbers. So the product of two positive numbers is a positive number. The product of two negative numbers is also a positive number. Let's look at some examples. So when we multiply a positive with a positive, so a positive multiplied by a positive number will give us a positive number as our answer. This is the same for a negative number multiplied by a negative number. Our answer is going to be a positive number. So for example, if I have a positive 2 multiplied by a positive 5, we know that our answer is supposed to be positive. And then what is 2 multiplied by 5? Yes, the answer is 10. So this means that our answer is going to be a positive 10. So let's look at when we are multiplying two negative numbers. So because both of the numbers will be negative numbers, that means that our answer is going to be positive. Then we are just going to say 2 multiplied by 5. So what is 2 multiplied by 5? That is 10, which means that our answer is going to be a positive 10. What about when the numbers are not the same signs? So this is multiplication of a positive and a negative number. Sorry, that's supposed to be number. So the product of a positive number and a negative number is a negative number. Let's look at how this will work. So if I am multiplying a positive number and a negative number, then my answer is going to be a negative number. And then when I am multiplying a negative number with a positive number, again, my answer is going to be a negative number. So when the signs are different, my result is going to be negative. Let's look at some examples here. So a positive 2 multiplied by a negative 5. I am multiplying a positive number with a negative number. This means that my answer is going to be negative. And then 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. So my answer is going to be a negative 10. The same goes for when I'm multiplying a negative number with a positive number. Negative and a positive multiplied together gives me a negative answer. 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. So that is what we get when we are multiplying a positive number and a negative number. Let's look at division. So division of two positive numbers or division of two negative numbers. When we divide two positive numbers, the answer will be a positive number. When we divide two negative numbers, again, the answer will also be a positive answer. Let's look at some examples here. If I am dividing a positive number with a positive number, my answer will be positive. And if I am dividing a negative number with a negative number, then my answer is going to be positive still. Let's look at an example. If I have a positive 20 divided by a positive 5, this is a positive divided by a positive, my answer is going to be a positive number. What is 20 divided by 5? Our answer is 4. What about if those numbers are both negative? So I have a negative 20 divided by a negative 5. A negative divided by a negative, my answer is going to be positive. And then what is 20 divided by 5? My answer is going to be 4. Are you understanding this? Are you getting the same answers as I am? I know you are. All right, let's look at division of a positive number and a negative number. So when we divide a positive number with a negative number, the answer is a negative number. Let's look at some examples. So when we divide a positive divided with a negative, then the answer is going to be negative. Now, the same is true when we divide a negative number with a positive number. The answer will be a negative. So when we are dividing a positive with a negative or a negative with a positive, then our answer is going to be a negative number. So if I have a positive 20 divided by a negative 5, that is a positive number divided with a negative number. So our answer is going to be negative. And then what is 20 divided by 5? That is 4. That means that positive 20 divided by a negative 5, our answer is going to be a negative 4. The same is true if I have a negative number and I am dividing it with a positive number. So a positive with a negative is a negative number, and then 20 divided by 5 will be 4. So a negative 20 divided by a positive 5 is equals to a negative 4. Let's look at square numbers of integers. So if I have a positive 4 squared, we remember that is a 4 multiplied by 4, and our answer there is a positive 16. What about when we have a negative 4 squared? So as you can see, we've used brackets to show that what we are squaring is the whole negative 4. So we are going to say negative 4 multiplied by negative 4. So the number that is being multiplied by itself is negative 4. Now, if I am multiplying two negative numbers, our answer will be a positive number, and that will give us a positive 16. If I am multiplying, or if I am squaring a positive 8, that is 8 multiplied by 8, and we know the answer is 64. The same goes for if I am squaring a negative 8. That will be negative 8 multiplied by negative 8, and our answer there, because I am multiplying two negative numbers, our answer is going to be a positive 64. So square numbers will always be positive because you are multiplying two negative numbers or two positive numbers. And remember, when we are multiplying numbers that are of the same sign, then our answer will always be positive. So let's look at some square roots of integers. If I am looking at the square root of 16, now this is a positive square root. If we remember from the previous slide, we had negative 4 squared gave us an answer of 16, and a positive 4 squared gave us an answer of 16. This means that when it comes to the square root of 16, we have the positive square root of 16 and we have the negative square root of 16. So the positive square root of 16 will be the 4 multiplied by the 4, which will give us an answer of 4. But when we are looking at the negative square root of 16, so we are still going to be looking at 16 as 4 multiplied by 4. But because we are looking at the negative square root of 16, we are going to say there that our answer is a negative 4. So what does this mean? Because a square number is produced from a positive integer and a negative integer, therefore a square number always produces a positive and a negative square root. If I am given a situation where I am asked that a certain number squared will give me 16. Now, we don't know what that certain number is. We don't know if it is a positive 4 or a negative 4. So what does this mean? It means that the square root of 16 can either be the positive or the negative. This means that that certain number there will be either a positive 4 or a negative 4. So this means that the square root of 16 can either give me a positive 4 or a negative 4. But if in a question you are given as negative square root of 16, this means that they are looking for the negative square root of 16. And if I am given in a question the positive square root of 16, this means that they are looking for the positive square root of 16. Let's go to an ad break and then we'll see you just now.